There we go. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. Mm, 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 mm. There we go. All right, let's get into this again. All right, I fixed the problem. Now we're live on Instagram and on Facebook. There's a little lag. If you are, let me get my situation right now. Had a little technical glitch, but I was on here. I was ready for y'all. I was ready. Get a pen and paper. I'm going to keep saying this. Get a pen and paper. You need it for what we're about to do. You need the pen and paper. I'm not talking about just taking notes because I'm going to have you tallying some things. So get a pen and paper. Get a pen and paper. Okay. Okay. So this is my first time being live, y'all, since in like 2 years. So technology has changed. I upgraded my computer, got the wrong one, don't have a screen, but I was going to make this happen by any means necessary. So I want you in the comments because my follower count has changed since that time. And I want to see where you're from. Well, I know a lot of people, I'm in Pennsylvania. Put below where you're from. Now, if you're on Facebook, I can't see your comments at all. Maybe on the playback, but I can't see your comments. I apologize. If you're on Instagram, I can. But I wanted those of you who are watching on Facebook to be able to. However, if you have Instagram, hop off of Facebook and go over to Instagram so then I can see you in the comments. But put below where you're from. You don't got to give the city if you don't want. You can give the region. If anybody's on here internationally, put your country you're on. Put it in the comments. Okay, New York in the building. St. Louis. Wait a minute. Let me turn this off. Let me tell y'all why this is funny. I done hit a button on this computer and it doesn't turn diction on. I feel like an old person with technology. It can't keep doing this. Stop trying to put what I'm saying. Ah! Texas. Okay. Pennsylvania, Maryland. Yes, I'm seeing some of my baddies. Nickel B, Tanisha, Mitch Mom's like, come on, y'all. I need that energy. I need that energy. How do I turn this darn thing off? Oh, well, it's just going to be going. I'll just have to delete it. Okay. So, y'all coming on in. We're there. I don't know where we're at with. I have like 5 screens on one screen right now. So work with me. If you're on Facebook and you have Instagram, go over to Instagram because then I can see your comments. If not, and you only have Facebook, that's fine. This is not going to be a Q&A. Get a pen and paper. If you're just getting on, get a pen and paper. Now I want you, since I'm seeing where everybody's from, you see me looking over, I have some notes because y'all know I can ramble. So I'm trying to stay on track. Be mindful of your Thanksgiving planning time with your meals. So what I want you to do is tell me how many months or years in the comments you've been trying to get rid of that stubborn belly fat. Not excess skin, stubborn belly fat, okay? Not excess skin, stubborn belly fat. There we go. Come on, Tanya. There's my girl. Hey, Celeste. Come on, y'all. Chaz, Clarice. I love seeing my baddies here. Come on through. Is my mama on here? Where's my mama at? Where's my mama at? The crazy part is, y'all, I hope I don't hit the comment button because let me tell you, I done turned diction on somehow on this darn computer. I don't know how to turn it off. And so as I'm talking, it's putting everything in the comments. And I'm sitting here deleting. But we're going to make this happen. I'm going to juggle all of this. All of this. We're going to make this happen. 6 years, 4 years, 8 years. Oh, that's too damn long. Oh, she said, oh, my cousin is in the building. Yes, too damn long. Too damn long. I like that. Too damn long. Can't put enough. 20. Well, damn. 20? Yeah, we don't. Life's too short. Life is too short and too long. I wish I could turn this. Let me do some right click. And I wish I had my daughter's still here with me, so I could be like, how did I turn on diction? Is there a way to turn it off? I don't know. I ain't gonna play with it. It's just gonna be here. And as much as I'm gonna be talking, this thing, whew, 30 years, 20 plus, 30 years. Whoo. Okay. Now last question. Last question. We filling up the room. Grab your pen and paper. If you're just getting on, I told you grab your pen and paper because I'm going to be this is going to be active. I'm going to be reading off some symptoms and different things, and you're going to need to tally up so you can assess where you're at. I want to help give you something, help you identify where you're struggling. So get the pen and paper. Even if you've already been in my programs, you may have new issues that have come to light, and you don't realize that they're sabotaging or plateauing your weight loss, okay? So now tell me where you think the problem lies. Don't worry about what I'm going to say. Tell me, I just want to see where your mindset is, so this will help me better. I have my little outline up. It'll help better guide me. Where do you think the problem lies? Where do you think your problem with your struggle, why it's taking you too damn long, 20 years, 30 years? Just drop the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think through it too much. Drop the first things that come to mind. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad y'all can't see it. I keep deleting it. It keeps coming up and I keep deleting it. Oh, thyroid issues. Let me scribble some of these notes so I can make sure if I decide to. Ooh. Consistency, diet. What else? Why do you think you're struggling? It's funny because my answers, I can see my clients. Come on, y'all. Yes. Yes. Too sedentary. Ooh. Hormones. Yes. Hormones. Healthy diet. A lot of people putting diet in here. Diet in here. So that means you know what I do. Stress. Gonna get into that too. Not in the zone. Like mindset. Like mindset. Is that what you mean by not in the zone? And I know there's a lag. Age. Stress. So while you still are putting these in, and this gave me a good idea where your mindset's at. Make sure you got your pen and paper. Go ahead and share this with a friend that complains about her belly or his belly. Share it with an auntie, cousin, uncle, whoever that needs to hear this. They got a belly that they complain about and that they've given excuses for. Go ahead and share the live real quick. You come right on back in. But this live is going to be like my fat loss programs, okay? This live is similar to what I say about my fat loss programs. It is only for those who are ready to make a change. If you're not ready to make a change, you might as well leave now, okay? Unless you're like, I just want to get the information and I might not be there. But I'm letting you know you need to be ready to make a change. Willing to stop leaning on your own understanding, TikToks, Reels, and antiquated diet culture beliefs. If you still lean into that, you ain't ready for what I'm about to give you, okay? You got to be open and you got to be coachable. You got to be coachable. The last thing, if you have excuses, I don't care if the excuses, I got diabetes, I'm going through menopause. If you're not actively working on that, because diabetes is a lifestyle disease now, y'all. Don't get me on my tangent. Diabetes is one of the number one reversible diabetes lifestyle disease. Diabetes type 2. Let me be specific. Type 2 diabetes. So if you have excuses, then this live ain't going to be for you. And you might get your feelings hurt. Okay? Might get your feelings hurt. All right? By some things that I said. I have an outline. But those that know me from my boot camp days, I get a little worked up. I don't know what I'm going to say. Okay? So what we're going to do, I got all kind of screens going. Let me come back down here. Thank you. I got your stomach. Okay, Ronnie J, come on and get in this building. Evelyn, come on in here. Yes. Come in here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, if you're coming in late, get a pen and paper. You need it because you got to tally and take notes. I got my stuff. I'm ready because I don't want to miss nothing. I got my stuff. I don't want to leave nothing out for y'all. Of what I'm going to give you. So this is what you can expect with this live. All right. Give us at least 30 minutes from now. 30 minutes. I had to tap in a little bit later, me getting used to, it's been 2 years since I've done a live. So I teach my clients in my one-on-one programs, I teach my clients how to identify and correct imbalances in their body's basic systems. This is where you got to tune in. It's slowly about to get more nerdy and sciencey. So I need you to stay with me. I'm going to try not to go as fast as I normally talk, okay? So I teach my clients how to identify and correct imbalances in their body's basic systems that are knowingly or unknowingly causing discomfort, dysfunction, disease, dissatisfaction when you look in the mirror, stalling your progress towards healthy and happy naked body goals. All right. So what I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share with you the format, then we're going to get into it. So we have a format. Now, I just pulled a little bit. I have a new masterclass bundle, and I'm going to share with you at the end that Black Friday 50% off. That's a good special, y'all, because I'm doing 50%. 50% off. I'm going to share with you what that code is, okay? At the end of this, there's words that you're going to need to DM me, and then that'll let me give you the code. Some of you may go, I'm just here for the information. I'm not even trying to get nothing from you. That's fine. That's fine too. This is a part of my purpose. So I appreciate you for taking your time to tap in and do this for you. I pulled a little bit from this 4-part, 4-hour, 240-minute masterclass bundle so I can help you identify what's causing your belly fat struggles. So you can start to rev up your metabolism and burn fat naturally. Now, when I'm using the word metabolism throughout this, metabolism in context of me using it here is your body burning fat. Using food, which is fuel, using food as fuel and not storing the fat. Okay, deciding to burn the fat for fuel and not hoarding the fat. And if you're struggling with fat loss falls into 3. Weight loss, fat loss, 3 buckets every time. And that's what we're going to go down. It's either going to be inflammation, digestive dysfunction, and inflammation is these are all imbalances. So when I talk about correcting imbalances, inflammation is an immune imbalance. Digestion, that's a digestive imbalance. Hormones, hormonal imbalance. A lot of you like to come to me and lean into your own understanding and tell me what you want me to work with you on. I'd be like, but let me do my assessment first. And once I assess, then I'm able, when I dive deeper, to say, you got digestive and inflammation. Whether it has a code that's billable or not, your body is always speaking to you. Your body is always speaking to you, whether it's whispering, starting to talk, or when it's yelling, when you have diabetes, when you have autoimmune dysfunction. Got mine. We almost back in remission, baby. COVID knocked it out, but we almost back. As my cousin, I got the cheat code. I got the cheat code over here. All right. Now, what I want to say before we get into the format, how is this different? How is what I do different? How are my fat loss systems different? They're different because there's no name like keto, intermittent fasting, things like that. My programs target your organs. That's something that's never going to change. You can't go out and get, I want a different type of liver. You can get a different liver, but you can't, your organs, you can't like replace them. You know, like your liver been the same liver as it was 500 years ago when God created man. Same thing with your adrenal glands. Same thing with your pituitary. Same thing with your thyroid. Okay. Same thing with your 30-foot digestive tract. All of this has been the same. So with what I teach you, you can, once you learn the blueprint, and this is me giving you this much of the blueprint, this much tonight of this blueprint that my clients get. Once you have it, it's like going to school. Because once you have it, the knowledge doesn't change because the organs in your body don't change. However, even though the organs don't change, the symptoms may change. And then you can go back to the blueprint and go, oh, wait, when I first seen rocks, I had hormonal imbalances. But now my digestive system, let me go back to what she taught me and put that in play, and voila. And that's why my clients lose the weight, reverse disease and dis-ease, and can always come back when things get off track. For those of you that are new, how did I get here? Spine collapse, could no longer teach boot camps. My doctorate, I'm not a medical doctor. My doctorate is in health psychology. That's the study of health behavior change. But when my spine collapsed and I could not work out, I lost my father suddenly. Stress went up super, super high. Cortisol levels, that's hormonal imbalances. 2 of the 4 screws, my first spinal fusion broke. Had to go for a second spinal fusion. I could not lose weight that I put on. And this was a path I wanted to go down. And traditional teaching for registered dietitians doesn't focus on root cause-based medicine, functional medicine. So I found a program that did. 2 years in the program, finishing it out now. And this is where I've elevated my knowledge. Hopping around on a camera, teaching you workouts. The way I've been able to change my body, barely working out, not saying you shouldn't. This is what I'm sharing tonight. So let's get into it. Okay. Oh my goodness, all these different things popping up trying to sabotage me. So first, pen and paper. Format for tonight. I'm going to give you a list of symptoms. And as I read them off, I want you to tally which ones you've experienced often, more often than you'd like, more often than it used to be over the past 2 to 4 weeks. I am not a medical doctor. This is a general assessment. Now, with my clients, I do a more intensive dive into their health history to confirm the root cause of their issue. But what I'm using with you tonight is one of the assessments I use with them. It's going to give you, like I said, your body is always speaking, a strong indication of what is sabotaging your fat loss on a cellular level. I'm not talking mindset. I'm not talking being too sedentary. I'm not talking healthy food so much as targeted foods with this. So diet, you guys are right. I'm not talking consistency. That comes later. Once I teach you the blueprint, then we put the coaching into play. Then we put the doctorate into play with health behavior change. That's how this all has come together for me. Then I'm going to share with you. Once you tally your symptoms, you're not going to share that in the comments, okay? You're not going to share that. This is for you. Then I'm going to share which metabolic pathways these symptoms are directly linked to. Issues with inflammation, issues with digestion, or issues with hormonal imbalances. Okay? After I share that, and this is going to be short. I'm going to go fast because I'm only giving you this much of a blueprint that's this big. This much of a blueprint that's this big. Okay? So then I will give you how it's linked to belly fat storage. And then I'm going to share 1 lifestyle tip or natural remedy and 2 power foods for each of these. There's 20 power foods that are great for each of these issues that are linked to fat loss. Okay, especially the belly fat, but I'm going to give you 2 of them. What I give you, all of this is in the masterclass bundle, So if you like stuff like this, you like to learn, the masterclass bundle is going to be for you. That's something I have not released yet. And it's up now. But I'm going to give you a 50% off promo code. Okay. Pen and paper ready. Let me make sure there's no questions. Let me see. Okay. Pen and paper. I'm going to read some symptoms. And I want you just to tally. Just tally. All right. Let me get this because I want to give y'all exactly what I read to my clients. Okay. One of the assessments that we do. When I read it off, I'm not going to go fast, but I'm not going to go slow. Mark it down. Right inflammation. Actually, I didn't want to do it like that. Okay. I wanted y'all to do the signs and then I was going to tell you what it was. But now you know. So with the next one, I won't tell you what it is ahead of time. Okay. Puffy face. Arms and legs feel thicker than they should be. Socks leaving marks around your ankles. Puffy bags or dark circles under your eyes. Trouble getting your rings off at the end of the day. Chubby underarms. Dimples in your knees. Tingling in your extremities. Extreme fatigue. Low ferritin or iron. Low vitamin D. A heavy feeling throughout your body. Pale skin. Sluggish. Feeling run down. Wake but feeling tired. Zero energy. Tally it up. Don't put your tallies in the thing. This is your private information. What this does, the tallying helps you know, oh, I checked a lot of stuff here. Now, if you checked 1 or 2, that's one thing. But I want to tell you, each of those things listed are linked to oxidative stress or inflammation. Oxidative stress leads to inflammation, okay? Oxidative stress is an imbalance. Too many free radicals, not enough antioxidants. That's oxidative stress. It leads to inflammation. Let me make sure nobody has any questions down here. Y'all good? Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Where's my outline? What am I supposed to do with this? Okay. Darn it, Roxanne. Here we go. Okay. So the metabolic pathway that those symptoms are connected to is inflammation. Now, the example I'm going to give you, because in the master bundle, the masterclass bundle, I spend 41 minutes on inflammation, teaching you the organs, the system. Like I teach you, like I put diagrams on the screen, like biology class. Like I'm teaching you the physiology and functionality behind it, so you understand when something goes wrong. And then I tell you how to holistically use food and natural remedies to create more balance or micro repair or give more nourishment to these systems. This is what I do. Okay, so that's why we can't call it nothing, because it ain't a diet. It's a healing type program, okay, to rev up your metabolic pathways so your body will burn fat naturally. So when you eat food, the example I'm going to give related to fat is that when you eat food, right, most of the food nowadays is ultra processed, not even highly processed, ultra processed. There's toxic elements like additives, artificial coloring. There's high fructose corn syrup, MSG, fake sugars, the gar gum, the xanthan gum that holds our, even the stuff that says organic on it. You got to read and decide how many of these toxins, because anything your body does not recognize as a toxin, am I going to take in? Okay. Or what you take in terms of the food may contain agricultural chemicals, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides, which is why buying organic, but even the organic stuff has some chemicals on it. So that with the food you eat, because the food you eat is most strongly linked to the chronic silent inflammation that is linked to disease. You add up alcohol on top of it. So for some of you that drink wine every night, I'm counting wine. Wine is alcohol. If it's not a carb, a fat, or a protein, your body is going to treat it like a fat, because toxins are fat soluble. You're going to hear me say this all throughout this tonight. Toxins are fat soluble. So anything that your body perceives as a toxin, whether it's the stuff the lotion you put on your skin, the food that you're eating, if it's too much and your kidneys can't keep up, because your kidneys got to work harder, it's going to store this fat. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So drinking alcohol, another toxin. Over time, poor diet, medications that you're on. I was on a low dose chemotherapy, so I know I needed to support my body. Certain toxins, we don't always have an option in terms of what we're taking in, but you need to be aware so you can choose your toxins mindfully. Exposure to toxins and other things, detoxification slowing contributors like stress. They increase the acid in your body and overwhelm the kidneys. And when the kidneys become overwhelmed, they slow down and toxins build up. Now, as related to fat loss, when the toxins build up, it leads to inflammation. This causes the body to send a distress signal. Come on. Are you with me? Are you still with me? Tell me in the comments if y'all keeping up or if I need to slow down. Are you keeping up? Are you keeping up? Those that have heard me speak know I get real excited real quick, because this is what I love this. This is my stuff. Talk to me. Let me sip some water while I'm doing this so I can stay hydrated. Okay. She said, we with you. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mom. Okay now. Okay. Said, come on, Doc. Come on. Okay. There. Thank you. Okay. Wait a minute. I lost my window, y'all. Okay. Here we go. So, as related to fat loss, the overload of toxins leads to inflammation. This causes your body to send a distress signal to the liver. The liver is the king of fat storage. If the liver won't release it, your body can't burn it. I don't give a flying, you know what kind of salad you eat, how many workouts you do. If your liver is not working properly and it's getting a signal from another system in your body as a way to maintain homeostasis, and I'm going to tell you why, it's not going to release the fat. That's why you see so many liver cleanses and liver detoxes, but that's not the only organ you got to focus on. Now, in the masterclass, it's a whole separate hour-and-a-half masterclass on your 5 weight loss MVPs. Like, yeah, you got your 5 starting 5 lineup. Is that basketball? I hope I got it right. My brother's on here. I I go over that. The liver is one of those MVPs. So when that signal, that distress signal comes to the liver, it tells the liver, yo, stop burning the fat. Why? Because toxins are fat soluble, which means toxins are stored in the fat cell. Why? Because they can't stay in the bloodstream. Your body is always trying to maintain homeostasis. And trying to maintain homeostasis, if something is in the bloodstream that it should not be, it's going to store it in the fat cells, whether it's hormones, whether it's the blood sugar levels, ding, 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 diabetics, fat belly, it's going to store it in the fat cells. And because toxins are poisonous to you, they're toxic to you, it's going to store it in the fat cells that are stubborn, that lock them down. Where's some fat cells at? Where's some fat cells at? Right here in the belly. This is why the belly is so stubborn. Whenever y'all look at a belly now, just know that it's toxins. It's toxins. That's where the toxins go. That's where they go. So, toxins are fat soluble. That's why they're stored in your fat cells. The more toxins build up, the more fat cells your body will create. Let's get into plastic surgery and liposuction. I don't care what you had done. If you don't change your behaviors, your body's going to make more fat cells. I don't care 10,000, 20,000, what the doctor sucked out. If you don't get the behavior right, then that body's going to go back. You on surgery number 3, 4, and 5, lying to the doctor, dying on the table. That ain't everybody's case, but I'm saying, I always say I don't have anything against plastic surgery. Just give the doctor the best possible body you can. Get rid of excess skin. But your body will make more fat cells. So your body literally becomes a storage facility of toxins. I don't know why I started looking up at the camera, y'all. I'm just all over the... So when you drive, I never look at the storage facilities the same anymore, like where you store your extra stuff. They're just like, you're literally walking around. Instead of it being like an 8x8 cement garage, you're looking and you're dissatisfied in the mirror. Your body has become that. It's a storage facility for toxins, especially. And this is why, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. This is why obesity is now considered in the medical community, in medical textbooks, in medical research. Obesity is defined as a chronic inflammatory condition. So you have to treat the inflammation, because what I'm not going to get into this because I could go all day. The fat cells then start acting like they're a part of the endocrine system and start doing their own thing. Like the body is, oh, get chills. Just it's so amazing. And when you understand the physiology and the functionality of your body, and then I teach you what foods have what enzymes are targeted, you just manipulate, just be burning fat while you're sitting still, because your body's either in fat hoarding mode or fat storing mode. There's only two modes: fat burning, fat storing. Fat burning, fat storing. Okay? Drop an emoji and tell me how you feel about that, what I just shared, before we get into the next set of symptoms. Let me click on the screen and find my Instagram screen. I'm seeing what y'all put. Let me go. Drop an emoji, a comment, something. Tell me, did you know that? Is that mind-blowing to you? Do you like knowing that now? Does that change how you think about things? Oh, before I get into the next one, I got to give y'all the tips. Let me give you some of the gems on what to do. Oh, there we go. I love this surprise. Yes. The mind blown. Good. And that's this much of what you get in the masterclass. If you got, for those of you that are on here and you've done Rev Me Up, you're in a Rev Me Up program, the content in the masterclass has already been updated under wellness seminars. Because this is, you guys get this included in the Rev Me Up fat loss programs. But for those that don't want to do a program, they're going to be able to just buy the masterclass bundle. And I'll talk about that at the end, because I don't want to be salesy. But I want to give you the information. If you're interested, then I'll tell you what's in it and give you a link and all that. And you can always DM me. Yes, very interesting. I love it. Okay. So that means I'm on the right track. So I told you I would give you tips. So if you checked off several things and that resonated with you, or I'm on some kind of medication, I'm doing this, and that resonated, natural remedies to combat inflammation. Got my little cheat sheet, okay? So I make sure I don't forget stuff. I'm going to give you one lifestyle strategy. And I'm going to give you 2 of the 20 power foods you get in the master class. Okay? Lifestyle strategy. I'm going to give you 2. Eat organic. Eat organic whenever possible, or wash your fruits and vegetables. You especially want to eat organic higher up on the food chain. Don't you ever eat no meat that got no steroids. And if it says natural, read it. You need more than just natural. It can't have any of the nitrites, which you got to be careful with some of the deli-based meats. So this is where I get that groceries are expensive, but it's more expensive. Take it from me, because I don't want to tell you what a spinal fusion cost. One in through the back, one in through the front, all of this extra. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't got great insurance. I pay 20%. So eat organic whenever possible. All right. I'm going to give you all three. I'm going to give you three. Eat organic whenever possible. The foods that are most inflammatory that you can eliminate, and on any healing diet I do with my clients, the ones that have cancer, the ones that have autoimmune disease, such as me, or the ones that just display some oxidative stress, we have to remove wheat, sugar, and dairy. Wheat, sugar, and dairy are the three most inflammatory foods. So on any healing diet, any functional nutrition counselor will tell you, on anything we eliminate, those three come first. Those three come first. Natural modality. When you get off of here, if you're on Instagram, even if you're on Facebook, in my bio, there's something that says direct. It says, it's like my link in my bio. Tap on it. It says flow code or something like that. Those are all my direct links. There's a link for a castor oil pack. The crazy part is I've been talking about the castor oil pack for 2 years to my clients, but now I share it with you guys because some of y'all didn't really believe it till you seen it on TikTok. But don't do it the TikTok way. They putting on plastic. Their castor oil ain't hexane free. No. There's a link in my bio that says castor oil pack. Tap on directory of links. Go to castor oil pack. Write this promo code down. It's going to take some money off for you. Write down this promo code, if the castor oil pack, and then DM me if you have questions. Save my life. I wear one every night. My partner wears his every night. It goes on vacation. I won't get into all the details, but just know that for pretty much everything I'm covered tonight, the castor oil pack will help for everything. Promo code. It's DRROX, the word health, and the number 10. Thank you. One of my baddies came in. She swears by it. Dr. Rock's Health 10. It takes 10% off. All right. Okay. Foods. I'm skipping over this. I'm going to give you 2 of the power foods for inflammation. 2 of the power foods for inflammation. And I'm going to give you 2 you may not have heard of. Okay. In the masterclass, you get over 35 darn recipes on top of the power foods. Okay. I give you everything. Thank you, blockchain queen. Wake up snatched. You want to wake up on snatched. Make sure you have a bowel movement, have energy. Want to make sure you sleep through the night. Castor oil pack. Look, Clarice, come through. I told y'all. Look at my baddies coming through. Yes. You may look at it like, what is this? Our grandmas was on to something about the castor oil, but you're not going to drink it. All right. So jicama is one of the foods. Jicama is spelled Hicama. Jicama. Google it. You'll find some jicama recipes. That one, I'll give you 4. I'm feeling, giving. Celery. Let me give you one you might not have thought of. Sweet potatoes. Not when they soaked in a bunch of stuff. Thank you. Thank you, babe. Not when they soaked in a bunch of stuff. Sweet potatoes. Cucumbers. So an easy way, lemon, lime, cucumbers in the water. Okay? That's one way. So inflammation, down. Okay, next one, get your pen and paper. Get your pen and paper. I'm not going to tell you which one this is, but you may end up knowing by the symptoms. Okay? You may end up knowing by the symptoms. Let me get the screen right. And those of you that have been with me, I want you tallying too, because you might got some new things going on. All right? How is this behind? Oh my goodness. This is just me and all these screens. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay. Close. There we go. Okay. Back in action. Okay. Next signs. Get ready to tally. Remember, I am not a medical doctor. This is not a diagnosis. This takes more intensive assessment of your health history, but this A to Z symptom checklist is a strong indication. These symptoms can point to this or something else. Okay. So it doesn't mean that it only points to this. Okay. I want you to make a note once I read the statement, read the symptom. If it's something that has been bothering you more than usual for the past 2 to 4 weeks, this is for you to assess. Anybody tuning in later, this is for you to assess. So that way, when I share the information, you'll either lean in more, you'll think of someone that you know and love that you want to share this with. Bloating after meals. I used to think that that was normal with certain foods. Oh yeah, because I had that. That's your body sending you a signal, whispering. Just Miss Mark. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to go on a tangent. Really bad, rocks. Really bad. Bloating after meals. More gas than usual. I'm talking excessive. Blowing it up. Yeah. Constipation. Bouts of diarrhea. Or alternating between constipation and diarrhea. Diarrhea is when it's loose. If it does not look smooth like a snake, we want 3 snakes a day. If it's not smooth like a snake, if you don't at least have 3 snakes a day, that's constipation. And functional root cause-based medicine, that's constipation. That toxin is sitting up in your system too long. And as we get through this, I'm going to tell you how it's directly linked to your belly fat. So if you do not poop every day, it's linked to it. If it comes out too fast, that's your bowel transit time. That's more diarrhea. If it comes out too slow, that's bowel transit time. If you've been diagnosed with IBS or you have a nervous stomach, heartburn or indigestion once a week or more, GERD, that's gastroesophageal reflux disorder disease. If when you look in the toilet bowl, it looks like a salad. After you do number 2, after you poop, let's just talk poop, with visible undigested food in your stool. If your fat stores feel hard and dense, if your stomach is protruding or you have thick, hard rolls, if you have candida, eczema, frequent infections, or skin problems, tally them up. Let me find my screens. Tally them up. Here we go. Yes. When Mighty Doof, Hickama, yep, how you typed it in. If any of y'all want to type in and take notes, when I put some of this stuff up for people, feel free to type it in. You absolutely can. That's always helpful on lives. I love when people do that. Okay, one day I'm going to have somebody to be on and do that with me. Okay, that's digestive dysfunction. I used to think that loose stools, okay, that's cool, and bloating was normal. And it took me getting into this to go, whoa, and learning how the physiology and the functionality. The digestive, the webinar, well, the masterclass, rather. The masterclass, yes, dry skin. Yes, a lot of your digestive issues manifest themselves in skin. People that have issues with it might just be an issue. The bacteria is off. You have an environment out here and your microbiome in here is, woo, amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Blockchain Queen. Yes, had all of it. And that was it wasn't that you're not exercising enough or these different things. I'm going to make the connection for you. Of how this is linked to your fat loss struggles. Okay. Oh, let me get my other screen back here. So with this, let me say, wait a minute. Where's my thing? What was I supposed to ask you? Okay. Here we go. Let me go back up. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay. Work on track. Get off my screen. Okay. Come on. Okay, move this over so I can make sure I'm not missing nothing. So with digestion, I like to say, oh, that's what I was saying. In the master class, that class is 51 minutes long. Okay, your digestive tract is 30 feet long. 30 feet long, the same height as a telephone pole. I don't care if you're my height 5'2" or if my boyfriend's height 6'5". Your digestive tract is 30 foot long. That's a long journey the food has to go on, especially when you eat some bullshit that got toxins and it got to sit up in there. So what I want to ask y'all, well, that's why my saying is you are not what you eat. You are what your food is able to do with the food that you eat. If your body's able to absorb it. Just because you ate a salad doesn't mean that your body is going to be able to break down and use the protein on it, and doesn't mean that it ain't going to take the lettuce and convert it to glucose and then store it as fat. Bam. Somebody give me a bomb emoji. I need to. When I learned that, when I just began the studies, your body is always working to maintain homeostasis. And we put our body under so much stress and we have no clue. So it will take, you think you eating a salad, it'll be like, go ahead if you want to. You done stress me out. I'm going to convert this to glucose and store it as fat. And you wonder why your salads ain't working. Your salads might be making you fat if you have this level of dysfunction, because you are not what you eat. You are what your body is able to do with the food that you eat. We come back here. There, thank you for the bomb. Yes, the connection. So with digestion, let me give you this. So I want you in the comments, tell me how long you think it takes from start to finish when you eat your food to when you excrete it from your body, when you poop it out and drop in the toilet. I never thought I'd be talking about poop like this. I used to get on my mom because her and her sisters, and she's like, this is what old people talk about. Now, y'all, metabolic health, in my app, my clients have to track their poop. They don't send me pictures, but there's a chart. They tap on the emoji that looks like their poop, because then I'm going to know what's going on in real time, and I can course correct on a daily basis and see what's going on with them. So we don't got to wait till check-ins. In my HIPAA compliant portal, I'm tracking poop. You work with me and we're working on fat loss. I got to know what it's looking like in the toilet bowl. And all of them will tell you how important the poop is. Now, my vets, you know, this app is new. I just got this new portal this summer. So this is new. If you're like, wait a minute, what app? I didn't get the app. This is new. It just allows me to be more efficient at my job. Okay. Tell me in the comments how long you think food stays in your system. Tell me. Okay. Somebody said 24. Somebody said 12 hours. Don't be scared to guess. It's okay. Because I was shocked too when I learned it. I was shocked too. And some of y'all still going to be shocked, because you think that when you eat something, okay, somebody said 8 hours, you be like, ooh, that went right through me. What you just ate ain't go right through you. It just pushed out the other stuff that's been waiting there. 4 hours. Okay. Y'all ready? Let me take a sip of water. So dramatic, huh? Y'all, I love this. I could just teach this all day long. Somebody give me, look, let me just put this out there. I would love to have more corporate clients that have employees that want information like this, more forums that want and will pay for information like this, because I love to share, because it's not going to change and it transforms people's lives. So you know somebody, oh, I'm going to come speak. I come speak. We can do virtual. This is my space. Okay. Vibe with Les said 48 hours. Will Page said 36. Oh, okay. Oh, somebody done changed their answer. She said 2 days. Somebody said 4 days. Okay, do the math, because you might be right. 50 hours. 50. Up 50 to 5 days. 50 hours to 5 days. So depends on the person's system, but 50 hours or up to 5 days. It's a 30-foot long journey. A 30-foot long journey. Okay? And there's lots of places where things can get slowed down, and places where things can go wrong on your digestive tract. So when your bowels are working smoothly, the body gets the message that everything is all right and there's no need to store fat. In fact, it's a great place to start burning energy. Now, as it relates to digestive health, because there's so many areas in the masterclass, I talk about all of the key areas. There's so many different areas linked to digestion. Digestion is one of the number one things. Everybody thinks it's hormones. Digestion is big. I'm going to focus on bowel transit time, how it relates to your metabolism. But digestive dysfunction, there's like two other areas, 2 or 3 in the masterclass that I talk about and break it down how it's affecting you. So just because when I talk about bowel transit time right now doesn't affect you, doesn't mean if you checked off some of that, it may be that your body, you might need a digestive enzyme. You may need a probiotic. We may need to do a gut healing program. I have that as well. So all my clients, if they have any of these issues, we heal that when they come in and when we target their fat loss. Okay, I address all this. So I'm not just giving you this. I address it not only in the masterclass, but also in my Rev Me Up programs. So when your bowels are working smoothly, right? When the bowels are working smoothly, where'd this go so I can stay on track? This is getting, I done went to the end. I done went to hormones. When your bowels are working smoothly, and I talked about constipation, right? Then the body gets the message, everything's okay. What do I mean by the body gets the message? Remember, with inflammation, your body, hormones communicate. Those are your chemical messengers. We're going to get into that next. But so when you have not pooped, right? Remember, you need to be going every day. If you ate yesterday, you need to be pooping today. Okay? If you had 3 meals yesterday, 3 snakes today. All right? Your body sends a distress signal. Stay with me. Stay with me. We getting sciencey now. To the liver. Your digestive system says, hey, yo, why to the liver? The liver is the king of fat storage. You see why everything signals the liver? Hey, yo, stop burning fat. We backed up down here with toxins. So if your body, your digestive system is backed up with toxins because you ain't poop. Remember, your poop is what your body decided it needs to get out of your body. Okay? It's decided it is not healthy. It cannot be absorbed and broken down. Get it out. So if it's sitting up in your body, it's not only causing issues with your mucosal lining, that 30-foot mucosal lining, which, by the way, runs through your respiratory system, which is why most people that have digestive issues also have respiratory issues. The liver will, why? Remember, toxins are fat soluble. So when your liver is burning fat, it's also releasing toxins. If you got toxins backed up in the digestive tract, down there in the large intestines, the small intestines is first. That's where nutrient absorption occurs. The large intestines is next, and then it goes into the colon. If you're backed up down there, you're not burning fat. So when I get especially my millennials, I always call y'all out. When I get y'all be like, but I'm going to the gym and you may only have a few pounds to lose. And I ask, well, are your bowels regular? Yeah, I go. I actually now learn, I have to ask, do you go every day? Oh, no, I go every 3 days. Or I go every 7 days. You're like, no. Because if you are not pooping on a regular, your bowel transit time is off, which is that's the number one most common thing in the United States. It results in an emergency storage of fat soluble toxins because those toxins can then float around in your bloodstream, right? That float around. So you're float around down there. You doesn't want your liver to release any fat because when you burn fat, you're also releasing toxins. You got it? You got the connection. Tell me in the comments if you got the connection, how I'm doing this. It's like I can't fully teach y'all the way I want to teach y'all because I'm trying to hold back information and filter it. Tell me if you get the connection now for that small connection with digestion and belly fat. And remember, where your body likes to store toxins the most, the stubborn fat cells. Where are the stubborn fat cells? In the belly. They're like a vault. That's why the belly fat is hardest. But also, why as a personal trainer, we were taught you can't spot fat reduce. You can't. But in nutrition, in functional nutrition, once you understand the physiology of the body, you have white fat, brown fat, yellow fat. Once you understand where that fat goes in the body, and once you understand the certain enzymes in food that actually, my phone's on do not disturb. Why is it? Oh, enzymes in food that target and break down the fat, then you can spot fat reduce. That's why everyone in any of my Rev Me Up programs, their waist comes down. They don't lose their butt. They don't lose their butt. It's a certain type of fat. So when you know how to use the foods, you can manipulate your body. Okay, let me come to these comments. Then we're going to move on to the last one. Got it. Yeah, I'm glad you said this is good. Okay, I like to hear that. Like, am I schooling y'all? Like this is, and like I said, this is this much of this. Great. She said, got it now. Got it. It also causes illness. Yes, because if your body decided this need to leave your body, yeah, that is fermenting in your body, in your mucosal lining. All right. So this teaching that I'm doing for y'all, this is what we doing. This is what I do in the masterclass. But my face ain't on the masterclass because I'm too distracting. I'm an animated person. So in the masterclass, you got a screen. I share my screen. And my face ain't nowhere. I turn the camera off, and it's just a whole. You hear my voice, and I'm talking pretty much at the same pace. But then I'm teaching you about each system. So you learn the physiology, the functionality, and then you can identify what's going wrong and then what to do about it. So even if it doesn't, there. Thank you. He said, this fun. You explain stuff well. Thank you. Some people think that this is too high end for y'all, but if you don't understand how your body works, how you going to give it something? How you going to be like, when people say to me, oh yeah, I'm going to do the plan my girlfriend did. Well, did they do an assessment? If you're doing a weight loss plan, ain't nobody did no health intake to assess nothing. No. I'm doing keto. Why? Because it worked for my girlfriend. I'm doing intermittent fasting. Why? Because it worked for so-and-so. I'm doing whatever you're doing. You have to do something that honors your bio-individuality. I'm not going to get into that. I get into that in the masterclass. Has to honor you. And that's the only thing that then will always work. Hence the reason I ain't worked out consistently and I don't know how long because of my different structural health setbacks with my spine. But like I say to people that have done my boot camps years ago, that say, do boot camps again. No, for what? Because if you have any of this dysfunction, you're going to have me looking like a crazy trainer because it ain't coming off. So tell your trainers, if any trainers are on here, send your clients to me because I'll make your work look better because I get them healed on a cellular level. So then the work in the gym actually counts. But on a healing diet, you don't exercise at first. And we're going to get into why once we get into this next piece, okay? Get your pens handy. Oh, I got to give you the tips. Here go the tips. Optimizing digestion. Here go the tips. Here come the tips. Here come the tips. Okay, I get too excited, y'all. The crazy thing is I don't drink coffee. Not because it's poison to your adrenal glands and it elevates your cortisol levels, the belly fat hormone. But I never did. It's just I'll be high on, as my mom said, I just be high on life, but I get high on knowledge and information. So I'm glad to hear that y'all, this is benefiting y'all. Like I want this to benefit y'all. Okay, write this down. Optimize your digestion. This is, and once again, limit toxin exposure. What did I say your body's going to do with toxins? Eliminate toxin exposure, okay? Pray before your food. You probably like, how does that connect? I won't break it down here. I'll break it down in the masterclass. Chew your food all the way through. Chew, 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 chew like your mouth is a Vitamixer because that's less work than that your stomach has to do. So you want to chew your food up good because those digestive, if not, you're going to end up needing a digestive enzyme to help your body break it down. Okay? Those that have digestive issues, you know, I put you on a digestive enzyme real quick. Real quick. Your body makes 3 different enzymes to break down food. Protease for protein, amylase for carbs, and lipase for fats. A lot of us as we get older don't make as many. And sometimes the issue is not if you don't have backed up bowels, but that your body is not breaking down the food. And remember, you are not what you eat. You are what your body is able to do with the food that you eat. So those 2 things, wear the castor oil pack. If you're tuning in late, on Instagram and on Facebook, there's a link in my profile. It says flow code or something. It says directory of links. Go to that, tap on the castor oil pack. The promo code is Dr. Rox Health, DRROX Health, number 10 to get you 10% off. Oh, she said love coffee. Oh, we about to get into it. I mean, I can't go all the way into coffee, but I'm a sharer. Yeah. If you're struggling, the coffee, and I'm going to tell you why. Once I explain what it affects, you're going to be like, oh, but there's natural replacements. There's natural replacements, and you have to consider why you love the coffee. Okay. So nutritional strategy, wear the castor oil pack. Another one, to boost your stomach acid before you eat a food that is challenging on the stomach, or if you have these digestive issues, a tablespoon or a small shot like this much of apple cider vinegar before your meal. Chase it with water so you don't, mess up the enamel on your teeth. Some power foods. Not going to give you all 20. Remember those sweet potatoes that I talked about for inflammation? Sweet potatoes, green apples, fresh basil. Fresh basil, fresh basil, fresh basil. Add it to your water if you need to. And zucchini. I'll give you those few. And of course, fermented foods. Fermented foods. Those that have digestive issues, they can't come in. If you have digestive issues and hormonal imbalances, when you come into my program, I can't use the food to target the cells and heal and balance your hormones if your body can't use it. So we got to start with digestive repair first. So sometimes people come in and they end up losing more weight on the digestive repair than the hormonal imbalance. So either way, you lose weight. If you treat the inflammation, your body releases the fat. If you treat the digestive dysfunction, your body releases and burns the fat. All right. The next thing is hormonal imbalances. All right. Last one. Get your pen and paper ready. Oh, that's sticking up. Get your pen and paper ready. Pen and paper ready. Okay, start tallying. Remember, I'm not a doctor. This is not a diagnosis, but your body's always speaking to you. This is just one of the assessments that I do. I do a more intensive, in-depth dive into my clients' health history when they come on board. but your body's always speaking. And these symptoms, if you've had them more frequent than you like, or as I don't want to say that you like, and especially if you've gotten used to them for the past 2 to 4 weeks or more, it's going to point to signs that hormonal imbalances are slowing your metabolism. Each of these things, I'm only focusing on what is slowing, contributing to your metabolism. And when you remember, metabolism is your body burning fat. Okay. And I'm talking about the stubborn fat. Okay. Fat in the belly fat. This is the link to the belly fat. Okay. That's where your body likes to put this stuff. Dry hair and skin. Unstable or unpredictable mood swings. Unstable and unpredictable, not the monthly mood swing, not somebody pissed you off today, but you flying off. And not if you have a certain mental illness. It's different. But the mental illness is directly linked to digestion and hormonal imbalances. It is. Unstable, okay, low libido. That means the sex drive is low. Irregular periods or bad PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Hot flashes or other menopausal symptoms. Low vitamin D, but you get enough sun. Afternoon slumps and sugar cravings. Rapid weight gain that refuses to budge. High cholesterol. If you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Anxiety, depression, difficulty losing weight, any of these, start tallying. Irritability, insulin resistance, also known as type 2 diabetes, or if you're not type 2 diabetic, have type 2 diabetes, but you have pre-diabetes, or you've noticed that your A1C number has gone up, you're developing more insulin resistance. We're going to get into it. Poor concentration or motivation, zero energy, wake feeling tired, water retention. Tally them up. Tally them. The more you have, the stronger it is. I've had people that have weight loss struggles and they may only have 4 of those things listed. And then we put it into play and boom, the weight just comes off. Just starts coming off. So sometimes it can only be one thing. It might just be the menopausal symptoms. Because depending on how strongly imbalanced, it could be impacting the body on a very strong level. Let me go and make sure there's no comments. Okay, y'all tally them up. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so I want you, so lean in. Gonna get sciencey. Gonna teach you some things. So hormones are like chemical messengers. Think of them as like you give a message and they run somewhere else in the body to deliver it so something else can take place. There's over 50 hormones in the body, over 50. But oftentimes when we use the word hormone, they just think women or menopause or PMS. But hormones regulate everything you think, feel, and do. Everything. That's why when I listed anxiety, depression, all of those things are linked to hormones. Now, hormones have a life cycle. You're probably like, what are you talking about? I felt this way when I learned it too, y'all. A life cycle. And if you understand the life cycle, then you can better understand and appreciate this interplay between hormones and cells and organ systems in the body. And this is key to understanding and finding hormonal balance. So the life cycle of hormones. What was that? What was that? Did something drop? Something drop? Did something drop? Nope, I'm still on. Did something drop? Okay, we good. I don't know what that sound was. Okay. There's a 4-stage hormone cycle. Your body must first create it. So if you have, and remember, if you have an issue at any of these stages with hormones, then you're going to have an imbalance. We always think about hormonal imbalance as your body not making too much of something or not enough. Well, no, it not only needs to create the hormone that's necessary, it needs to transport it. Your body creates it, but the hormones are transported through your body's lymphatic system. That your body also knows your body's sewer system, drainage system, but it also transports the hormones to where they need to go. That's number 2. Then the hormones in this life cycle have to be utilized. When you utilize the hormones, that's where the magic happens. That's when the hormones plug into the receptor site. It's like you plugging in your cell phone into the wall, right? And if the adapter or whatever don't fit, the phone can't be charged. If your hormones, a big issue people have from a host of reasons is that their hormone receptor sites are damaged, clogged, or you have foods that mimic other hormones blocking the site. Like it just, oh my goodness, the hormone stuff is so fascinating. So one, if you don't have an issue creating it, maybe you have a body issue transporting it. This is why taking care of your lymphatic system is so important. That's something we focus on all the time with fat loss. That's something I always focus on with my clients. Utilize it. And you're probably like, well, how do I unblock my hormone receptor sites? It's all in the foods. It's all in the foods, and my meal plans and the recipes target that. It's all in the foods. There's no test for if your hormone receptor sites is damaged. You just can kind of assume this is a part of it. And I want my receptor sites to stay clear. It's like trying to plug something in the wall. And you like, this won't get into the wall. And then fourth, the hormones have to be eliminated because too much of the hormone can build up in the bloodstream. What happens when something builds up in the bloodstream? Your body has to maintain homeostasis. Too much in the bloodstream. So for example, if the hormones go to they create the hormone, you make enough of the hormone, the lymphatic system is transported throughout your body, utilize it. It has to dock. It's like a lost ship at sea. If that hormone receptor site is clogged up or damaged or another hormone is blocking it that's mimicking it, so it can't be used. So you get a buildup of too much of the hormone and your body maybe it can't eliminate it. So 4 areas where hormone imbalances can occur. Did any of y'all know this? Tell me in the comments. Did any of y'all know this? This was new to me. Maybe I get different kind of people on. Did you know that the hormone had a life cycle of 4? I always thought of hormones as you either make enough, not too much or not enough. Create, transport, utilize, eliminate. Anything goes wrong in that process, you throw off an imbalance with 50 different hormones in your body. Did you know this? Did you know this? Tell me, did you know? Do you know what? No. Okay. And this is this much, y'all, of this, like what I'm giving y'all is like, this is just a little bit. The hormonal masterclass is 75 minutes long. Yeah, I think it's 75 minutes. Yeah. The masterclass on revving up your metabolism by balancing hormones is 75 minutes. And I go over everything. It's deep. And of course, you get the recipes, you get the list of the power foods, all the natural modalities. You get so much. So you're sitting through and learning all of this, and you can pace yourself with the masterclass. Okay. So let me keep going here. We almost done. Thank you for holding on. I don't know why I always think I can do things in a short amount of time. Some of y'all that know me are like, girl, you know you long-winded. Okay. So stay with me. The life cycle of hormones. Without the proper balance of hormones to direct the liquefaction of the body fat, break it down, your body only knows how to hold on to those energy stores. Remember, your hormones are chemical messengers. They tell the cells what to do. If your hormones ain't connecting, and remember, they can only tell the cells what to do because the hormones are like an Android and an iPhone. The hormones have certain receptor sites they're specific to. It's like the small let me not do that. Okay, Roxanne, stop. I'm trying to go back. That's too much information. It's going to confuse y'all. Your hormones, they float through and they got to find where they lock in. It's like you can't put an iPhone plug into an Android thing. Like it's not going to work unless you got an adapter, right? So your body, without proper balance of that, it can't be activated to send the signal to tell the cells, hey, burn the fat. So this is why fat loss is metabolic. It's metabolic. It has surface level. It looks like I'm not exercising enough. I don't have enough motivation. I'm not eating this enough. No, it's metabolic because you can exercise and eat what's a healthy food to you. But metabolically, your body decides what to do with the food. Your body decides if it's going to burn the fat, or store the fat. So when you understand your body, the physiology, the functionality, use the symptoms to get in line with where that functionality is off. Physiology has to do with if somebody had something removed or a birth defect. But if it's not functioning right, those symptoms give you the sign. We address it and we heal it naturally with food. And the body responds overnight with, like by day 2 and 3, people are like reporting different benefits. So are y'all getting this connection? Like, I'm going to go on with hormones, but let me know, are you getting the connection of metabolic health? Like why when people, this is not keto, it's not intermittent fasting. No, this is just science. And I don't know why so many people have ignored it. Okay. So the hormones that are most linked to your fat loss struggles in order of impact, an order of impact that we have to make sure are balanced and rule them out, starts with insulin first. Starts with insulin. Yeah. Starts with insulin. Insulin is your body's hormone. Okay. Then adrenal glands, which your adrenal glands secrete cortisol. Coffee is poison to your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are the hormone regulators, like the thermostat on your wall to control your heat or control your air. If that thermostat malfunctions, because it regulates, the adrenal glands regulate, if it malfunctions, your hormones are wonky. So the number one thing we pull is coffee. Coffee is poison to the adrenal glands because it takes the cortisol levels up even higher. If you're a coffee drinker, for my coffee drinker that was in the comments, your cortisol levels are always highest in the morning. If you're doing a healing plan with me, we cut the coffee. I give you a natural remedy. You get some energy tea if that's why you drink it. If it's the taste, we do chicory root or we do something else. But when you're really fed up, frustrated, and want the scale to move, you got to unmuddy the waters, do some healing so your system can work the way God designed it to. And then you're not busting your ass on your Peloton and not dropping no weight. Like I said, my spine collapsed. Like the weight that I lost over 20 pounds not exercising. Not because I chose not to exercise. I wanted to exercise, but because I couldn't. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because whether you have illness, disease, whatever it is, you don't have to tap out and be like, oh, well, this is what it is. You don't. You absolutely don't. And that's why my passion is whether it's just, look, it's just a little bit of 10 pounds or whether it's 150 pounds. I want to help. And I want to help by educating you so you understand and stop wasting your time on the bullshit or causing other imbalances with Ozempic and you got to get your gallbladder removed or you're getting pancreatitis or you're doing the semi-glutide, what you call it. It's like, okay, I'm rambling. Anyway, okay. Insulin, adrenal glands, thyroid, and sex hormones. Those are there's a hormone hierarchy that I include in the masterclass, and I break down all of those. And I break down the physiology, the functionality behind the organs in charge of those. And then for each one, the power foods, the natural remedies, everything. But the most common issue that I see with fat loss that's overlooked is high cortisol levels. Cortisol is known as the belly fat hormone, right? Belly fat hormone, right? But it's also the hormone, when you wake up in the morning, it's the alert hormone. It's meant to wake you up, which is why if you have issues with sleep and you're waking up in the middle of the night, it's a sign that your cortisol levels are off. That alert hormone should not be turning back on at this time. But the main thing that's linked to cortisol levels being high is stress. We have and I say this, men, not to leave you out, but women, we just be superwomen. You can ask a woman if she's stressed, she'll say no, but you look at her to-do list, her responsibilities, people she cares for, she's just got used to that stress. And your body has gotten used to a new normal, but it's operating in fight or flight on a cellular level, converting your lettuce to glucose to be stored as fat. Because when your body is operating in a fight or flight mode, cortisol is what gives it that signal. When it's operating in fight or flight, it's not going to burn fat because it goes, we got to store it for energy for the fight that's coming. And you're like, it's not a fight. This is just my life. We got to turn off the fight or flight syndrome so your body stops holding on to fat. And guess where that fat goes? That adrenal gland fat go to that belly, that stress belly. Okay, so we talked about the inflammation. We talked about the digestive issues, but with the hormones, and before I go on, let me come over here because I done got carried away. Let me come on over here. Thank you, Nickel B. She said my energy increased by day 4. Yep, exactly. Okay, so let me come on back over here. Okay, so a whole string of hormonal reactions will then slow down your metabolism. So this is why with coffee, I tell you, if y'all don't put that damn coffee down, if you're trying to lose weight, if you ain't trying to lose weight, drink all the poison you want to. There's natural remedies for that. But the coffee, it's poison to the adrenal glands. It spikes cortisol. If you don't want a big ass gut, why would you drink something that increases the belly fat hormone? Let me say it again. If you don't want belly fat, on top of me talking about how inflammation contributes to it and it being toxic, on top of me talking about digestive health, let's talk about hormone imbalances. Your adrenal glands. Coffee is poison to the adrenal glands. Coffee spikes your cortisol levels. Drinking coffee in the morning when your cortisol levels are already high is saying, hey, let's take that belly fat hormone to 1,000, baby. So if you want to gain weight, let me just change. If you want to gain belly fat, Drink coffee, especially in the morning. And then if you want your belly to get even bigger, go work out on an empty stomach. Woo, them cortisol levels, that belly fat hormone gonna be so high, baby. You gonna grow you a big old gut in no time. Now, the last part I want to leave you with also the connection with cortisol, which is why I'm so passionate about cortisol. Cortisol suppresses insulin sensitivity. And for some of y'all, it might be getting too sciencey for you. That's fine. That means the masterclass ain't for you. You ain't ready to hear it. You ain't coachable. You ain't ready. You gonna still try keto that you whatever did and go to a workout class and not addressing the root cause issue. And the workout, speaking of, the workout is a stressor to your body. When you're working out, cortisol levels go up, which is why on a healing diet, my clients do not work out. And you see their pictures and you like most of the pictures you see, that first month they don't work out and they lose weight. We introduce exercise then to target the organs. There's a way for the exercise to target the organs and work along with the food, baby. That rev me up fat loss system, all science. Everyone loses weight. No one will tell you they ain't lose weight, and no one will tell you they ain't eating good because they eating 5 times a day. And the recipes are delicious. Anybody that's still on here is a baddie, let them know in the comments. Let them know so they don't think I'm telling no lies here or exaggerating. Now, what's insulin sensitivity? I'm going to get more sciencey. Anybody got diabetic in the family, diabetic in the house, or you may be diabetic. This is how diabetes works. Remember, insulin's a hormone, all right? So diabetics mean they're insulin resistant. Insulin is a hormone. I like to give the analogy of if you have a teenager, and insulin is the hormone. Remember, hormones are chemical messengers that says to the cells, ew, open up, blood sugar coming through. Blood sugar from the food that you eat, right? Think about teenagers when they act like they don't hear you in their rooms. That's insulin resistance. The cell receptivity, they're not receptive. The cell receptivity has declined, which makes the cells insulin resistant. They're resistant to the insulin. So what do we do in our society? Instead of teaching people how to eat, we give them more fucking insulin. Sorry. I'm sorry, mama. I tried. I'm doing good. That's the first F-bomb. We give them more insulin. Instead of going, your body was designed to make insulin. I'm talking type 2 diabetes. Your body was designed to make insulin. Let's get to the fucking root. Instead of getting on insulin and wearing a diabetes damn bracelet and being woe is me, let's change how you eat. Let's change how you move. Let's get rid of the coffee. Let's take down the stress. Let's teach you so you understand the physiology and functionality. Spending all this time on TikToks and everything else and don't know how to heal your own body. Okay, I digress. Whew. The old boot camp rocks is coming back out, y'all. Let me, whew. Woo, okay. Let me, what you call? Dishes are amazing. Food is amazing. Banging. Thank you, y'all. Soda works the same. Soda's different. Well, soda does have caffeine, but soda's a whole toxin. Soda just, oh gosh, I mean, soda. Soda. I don't know which is worse, but I would say for the adrenal glands, coffee is worse. Coffee is absolutely worse. Is that decaf as well? Yes. Yep. And coffee, let me see, I'm giving y'all too much, but let me tell you, because coffee is the most processed. I didn't click my screen away. Coffee is one of the most over processed and dirtiest foods that we have. The way they treated the different fertilizers and things like that. Google it. So if you're going to get coffee, you're not trying to come into my programs, you're not trying to quit your coffee, keep your belly. Especially if you're struggling with belly fat and you don't want to give up the coffee, then you want to keep the belly. That's non-negotiable. And that's not something I'm only talking. Any functional medicine practitioner you follow is going to tell you that about coffee. But you're going to want to get a coffee that's grown, a clean coffee, organic coffee, sustainable. But I do a whole 15-minute thing on coffee. Y'all, let me get off my coffee thing because y'all coffee people is like, why is she doing this to me? And I'm like, you tuned in, you want the belly going. Okay. Let me bring it back so I can close out. Let me bring it back. Okay. So this is why. So I talked about the link to blood sugar, right? So what happens when high cortisol levels make your cells less receptive to taking in the blood sugar? What does that mean? Too much blood sugar in the bloodstream. That's what diabetes is. That's why they say, what's your blood sugar level? So when there's too much sugar in the blood, your body stores it as fat. Do you get the connection with diabetics and why most type 2 diabetics are overweight? Your body, whenever your body wants to protect you, it's trying to maintain homeostasis, trying to protect you. Your body just adapts to the conditions that you subject it to. So when people say they struggle with weight loss, I say it's all you're doing. Listen to your body, learn the function, the physiology, the functionality. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The bottom line is what I'm giving you is the way. And maybe because it seems too good to be true, like that's all, and they had to make this complex stuff. Yeah, it really is. But the blood sugar, so when there's too much sugar in the blood, the body stores it in fat cells to protect you. Follow me, because I'm bringing you home. Follow me, I'm bringing you home. Remember when I talked about too much toxins in the blood, alcohol, including wine, toxins that are on your foods, that plastic shower curtain liner that all the steam is hitting. Get you a BPA-free shower curtain liner or some kind of cloth. What you put on your skin, the more cleaner the products, because your body, your kidneys have to filter that out. When your kidneys are overwhelmed, guess what? Toxins build up in the bloodstream. The body stores toxins as fat. What happens with sugar in the blood? Too much sugar in the blood, your body has to protect you. It stores it in the fat cells. Too many hormones in the blood, the body stores it in the fucking fat cells. Do you get it? Tell me in the comments if you get it now. Like, I get really excited about this, but do you get it? This is the link to your belly fat. Because why? When your body's trying to protect you, it's going to put it somewhere. Think about when you want to protect something. When you got some money that you want to hide somewhere, you're going to hide it in a good place, right? You're going to put it somewhere good, somewhere it's hard to get to, in a safe. The most stubborn fat cells are the belly fat. The fat cells around your abdominal region are the most stubborn fat cells. So when I see people with really big bellies going around, I'm like, oh, that's some toxins. It's always going to be some toxins. Because like I said, obesity now in the medical community is defined as a chronic inflammatory condition. So automatically you got inflammation. Hormonal imbalances, yes, because weight loss is hormonal. So many of you off jump got two issues. Off jump. This is why my Rev Me Up fat loss system addresses each of the three. You get it now? That's how I make fat loss happen. That's how I make it happen, addressing those issues. Some people need more intense healing and it takes a little longer. Other people drop really fast. And by taking longer, I'm not saying you're gonna be months before you drop weight. No, you drop weight in the first week. And we target the fat right. Let me come over here. Okay. Am I losing? I don't see no. Oh, there we go. I need to scroll down. I'm scrolling. Woo, I'm getting it. I got it. Yes, Sharon, rev me up. If I could share my screen. Okay, Instagram, y'all need to implement share my screen. Because once we can do a live, we share my screen, it's going to be on. Okay. Let's close it on out. I want to give you, so that's the link to fat storage. Y'all got it. You got the link to fat storage. Now I want to give you some tips with the hormones. Tips with the hormones, okay? The castor oil pack I've been talking about the whole time, link in my bio. That's the nice thing. It helps with all three of these. Put it on when you go to sleep. I wear mine overnight. As Blockchain Queen earlier said, wake up on flat. Your stomach will wake up. Now, by that, I don't mean if you have a big old gut, you're going to wake up on flat, but it's going to seem more smooth, okay? But it helps with all of these things. The other tip, chronic stress, because that was the main thing I focused on. Remember, I'm giving you this much of a master class that gives you this much. People will make you fat. Remove negative people, bad energy, anything that make you feel uncomfortable, anything that creates anxiety. Learn to say no, because taking on somebody else's shit gonna make you fat. So if you want to keep that, you got to reevaluate your life, and maybe things that maybe you are super when you feel like it's not stressful are stressful. I'm at the most peaceful place in my life. Me worked up like this now. My cortisol levels is through the roof. Because my body, what's going on? What's going on? So that's why even good things, eustress, distress, exercise can cause stress, which is why in a healing diet, you don't exercise. You get it? Cortisol levels go up. Insulin resistance goes up. I'm not talking about the insulin as well, because then it suppresses your estrogen production. It's all connected. But I talk about that in the masterclass. If you thought this was mind-blowing, the masterclass, but it's a 4-part series. You don't sit and get all the information over 4 hours. It's broken up into segments by topic for you. Okay, so the stress. I told you I'll give you one thing. And then I'm going to give you a power food. I'm going to give you power food for the adrenal glands, since those are the one I focused on. Because when it comes to hormones, you got to address the adrenal glands, the thyroid, the pituitary, and the liver. The hormones are complex. You got to address all of them. And the masterclass gives you power foods specific to each freaking organ. Forget about, oh, girl, I eat broccoli because it's healthy or because the calories. We don't even count calories and macros, baby. We don't need to, because your body decides. Your body's like, fuck a calorie. I'm sorry, I'm on F-bomb. I don't know what. Whatever to a calorie. If I feel like this is not good for your body or I can't break it down, it's not going to get used the way you thought it was going to be used. So instead, you use foods on a therapeutic level to intensely target the organs. So if we know the adrenal glands create cortisol, and cortisol is a belly fat hormone, and I want them to dial that back, I'm going to implement lifestyle modifications that help me be less stressful, but I'm also going to support them with power foods that science has found targets them. Number one power food, superfood for your adrenal glands are oysters. In the masterclass bundle, you get recipes that target each of the organs. And you get recipes that target inflammation, digestive dysfunction, and hormonal imbalances. And then you get the ones that target all your fat loss MVPs. Now that you see the connection, that's what I give you there. For those that go, girl, I can't put all that together. The masterclass, I just want you to do it all for me and coach me and make sure I stay on track and you be the one to check my poop. Then you want the Rev Me Up Fat Loss System, because that's what that is. You still get the masterclass stuff, but I'm on you. I done reviewed your history and we one-to-one back-to-back. You know, I'm tweaking your meal plan. I'm letting you know you need this more often. This is your healing recipe. That's what I do. I'm like a pharmacist with the foods. So oysters are a power food, pumpkin seeds, and coconut oil. Great for the adrenal glands. Also bone broth. I know I said I would give you 2 or 3, but there's so many foods. So I look at foods now as like my medicine cabinet. Somebody tells me what's wrong, and right away the foods come to mind as to what can help them. And then the job is of the database. I don't create the recipes. It's a recipe created by chefs. But what they did for dietitians, health coaches, those, and if you have the skill set, I got the skill set, you know how to search and filter. So I'll know, if I know that's a power food, I'm going to search for recipes that have that in it. But also, it's certain ingredients that work synergistically together, where if you combine them, the impact is even greater. That's my skill set. That's where when I give you a meal plan, it ain't just no meal plan that you put out on a magazine. It's designed for you, for your root cause issues, to target the organs responsible for the metabolic pathways that control fat. That's it. That's all. Do y'all get it? As we come into a close now. Do y'all get it? Do y'all get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Thank you. Thank you, Ronnie J. She said first week of losing weight. Yep. It's true. I hope this resonated with someone. I hope it did. I hope you took something away from this. I'm going to share with you now. Let me look at my little outline, the promo code, make sure I didn't leave anything out, because I didn't. So we done covered inflammation, digestion, and hormones. All of these always get covered. So everything I covered, I'm not going to cover nothing. I'm not skilled at helping you resolve, period. Okay. So if I done brought it up, I can help you. If I can't help you with something, then I send you off. Sometimes if the issues are too much, I got to pass you off to somebody else, because your issues are greater than what I can handle. We need more intervention, to a specialist. Okay. Now I want to, come on. Okay. So I want to give you, here we go. Yep. That's all I need to give you. Okay.